In this video, I'm rolling with Lawrence again. I think this is our 8th round on the channel. He is a purple belt at the moment, a very proficient purple belt, to say the least. And here I'm explaining how I got my little leg injury. So I told him, just try to watch this leg. I have a leg injury. I'm going to be going easy. And I do understand my guard is, not always easy to pass for some people. And what ends up happening is they have to put a lot of effort into passing it, which could lead to me re-injuring my knee, which isn't a bad injury, but I don't want to make it into something worse. I want it to heal. So here I felt like, he's really was turning it on. So I responded by, trying to get out. But I can't go too crazy because that left knee is injured. So I have to be aware of it. And as you could see, the way it was injured was somebody was pulling my leg out to go into an ashi when I was still sitting on my foot. So I couldn't get my foot, I couldn't comply with having my leg pulled out. So it pulled out the back of my knee. And it pulled a ligament all the way up to my groin. So he's in side control now. We had a friendly back and forth over whether or not he was coming at me too hard on that one. I said I was injured, but Lawrence and I are always friendly. We would never be adversarial. It's just he's becoming a good purple belt now. As you go up the chain, I feel like each belt level, there's not as much to skill to acquire. There's a small difference between a purple belt and a brown belt, right? There's a big difference between a blue belt and a white belt. But as you go up the line, the differences become more subtle. So here he tried to take my back. I don't know what he did wrong there. It didn't look like his hips or legs were connected, so it was a major mistake on his part. Here I'm just messing with his posture a little bit. I was trying to snap his head down and maybe get it underneath my chest to grab a guillotine. So here we're doing some hand fighting. I'm leaning on his leg. I'm leaning on his shin. I'm trying to flatten that leg out. Once I get that right thigh flat with the ground, now I have his arm. I'm grabbing his left arm, his left wrist in between his legs. So then he can't squirm away. And now I'm switching from fighting the legs to the gift wrap, which he shouldn't have given me. But again, these are little mistakes. But they lead to bad outcomes. So there he tried to get the armpit escape, which almost worked. He's got a lot of tools in his arsenal. He's really developed over the years. He has a footlock game. There's a lot that I have to worry about. But thankfully, in this situation, my guard passing was better than his guard at that moment in time. We're all on a trajectory. Some of us are improving. Some of us could be going backwards. So you never know which guard you're going to get from which player on which day. So here he's looking to grab my arm. He should dogfight out of that by bringing his right arm under my left arm and switching to his knees to like a turtle and starting to get my back. So there he's looking to pull my leg out. Again, that's that's not the injured leg. Well, both legs are injured to an extent. I've been hit by a car on both knees riding my bike in 2 separate times when I was in my 20s or 30s. So here we're just going over the position. I'm explaining. I grab the wrist from in between the legs, and then I'm able to flatten the thigh and pass the guard. And I could pass either way, left or right in that position. It's very vulnerable. It's a very vulnerable position. But I thought this would be an interesting roll. I know it was only a 6-minute round, and we're talking a little at the end here. But if you want to help support the channel, I have a X-Marshall link in the description. Anything you buy through that link is 15% off with code JITS over50. They have that open mat rash guard that I'm wearing, plus those shorts. Or you could just buy me a coffee. But thank you for watching. Please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe.